friends, it's going to be a budgeting and saving kind of day today. How is everyone? Guys, I hope you're all safe with Hurricane Helene and all of the havoc it's caused. We are in an area where it kind of stalled out over us, so we've had a lot of flooding, down trees, just huge, beautiful trees. We've lost so many in the last year. I feel like I've come on here a lot and talked about storms, so, but we've had thousands without power, and guys, we are just super blessed because there's a small area in my neighborhood of a few houses, ours included, that actually still has power, and it's flickered in and out these last 2 days, but we have power. So, yeah, I'm surprised, but I think part of that is they did so much work when we lost power for the week earlier this year, so, because they had to replace a lot of things and redo a lot of lines for trees that had fallen into them. So, yeah, so I hope everyone's okay. And we're going to get to work. So let's see. We're going to start by looking at the rest of September. Guys, I can't believe we're down to the last few months of the year. Let's see here. And I take my little budget book and I cut it up. I did order the new Budget by Paycheck workbook, so I'll be excited when that comes. I got the smaller version, which I just think is great. All right, so here we go. So where did my money go for the month of September? So if you knew, our categories are splurge, home, food, self-care, fun, miscellaneous, savings, anything school fee-wise for the kids, utilities, and then, guys, I changed my category to pets instead of just our dog. So we have a cat right now, which just was not part of the plan, but we've been taking care of her for a family member, and so we have a cat in the house. So, all right, which my daughter is just loving because she loves cats. Here, let's bring you in a little bit. I don't know if we can see that. And there we go. All right, and then transportation and, of course, debt. So, guys, splurge-wise, we didn't really splurge on anything. We couldn't have splurged on anything if we wanted to this month with the other extras. But let me back up. Our starting balance for the month is always zero because any change we have left over, I kick over to our zero out challenge in the high yield savings account. So we had an earned income total of $5,444.91 for the month of September. We used $172 from savings, which gave us a total monthly inflow of $5,616.91. Home-wise, we came in under this month by $24.53. Guys, I'm so goofy. I never went through and did the percent. Sorry. I'm just going to leave it now. Food, we did go over by, let's see, we had budgeted for $850. We ended up spending $285.05. Let's see here. Self-care, we budgeted for $200. We went over by $36 in that category. Fun. So fun, we budgeted for $115. We ended up spending $461.13, so we're at $346.13 over. And I'm trying to think what. So the kids had a lot of things this month. This month was homecoming, and I think they had some things with their troop. I'd have to go back and look. Miscellaneous, we budgeted for $90. We ended up spending $290. So I bought some extra things for like my Budget by Paycheck workbook and all of that stuff for the pre-order. And then I bought classroom things that really added up this month that were needed. Savings, we were planning on saving $540. We were close. We were only $68.43 off. We actually added $471.57 to savings this month. We didn't have any extra we needed to pay for any school fees, which is great, because we will have some extras this month. let's see, we have senior pictures for the oldest. So utilities, we budgeted for $623, and we were under on it as well. Electric is finally starting to come down. Guys, you know, it's fall. And really, it's just deceiving because it has been so hot here. Like, up until this storm, it had not cooled down. We were still in the 90s. I was like, oh my God, I'm so ready for summer to be over. So, let's see. Pets, budgeting for 50. And we didn't spend anything. I was like confusion there for a second. We budgeted for 50. We ended up not needing to spend any of the pet money. And, oh, I remember. That's what it was. In one of these. I think it was this month that I also bought shoes. I needed new shoes for work. Transportation, we budgeted for 400. And we actually only spent $273.84. So we were under by $126. So you all, we definitely took a second look at what we've been budgeting for gas, because thank God we have not had to drive and go to as many appointments now that my husband has hit the 1-year mark, and he's been doing really good. So we're not having as many out-of-town visits. Now this month we do, and we're actually going to end up, we have to be there so early, guys, that we would have to leave here at like, I think 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So we decided, instead of having such a long day like that, we're going to go up the day before and kind of, you know, have a little time away for just he and I, and we're going to stay over for the appointment and then go that next morning. So that'll be fun. And then let's see, debt. Debt, we budgeted to pay $1,054. We actually only ended up applying $853.52. So we were $200 under, and that's because we didn't have to make a payment on my husband's student loan. So our grand total, our expenses was $5,601.15 for the month of September, which was $15.76 off, because I know we spent that money, because the only thing I transferred over, I think, was like 54 cents and change. So I missed something somewhere. I'm thinking it was probably when I gave my youngest money for food before his game. So either that or for our tickets. So that is our month of September. So all in all, guys, yes, we had some red categories, but we also had a lot of green, so they balanced each other out. And it's a pretty good month. So I get to add this one back to my box, and I will, let's see, let me grab the pages for October. All right, so October, here we go. So guys, let's see. Let me grab my little cheat sheet over here. Usually I fill this out. Actually, let me go ahead and fill this out so you all aren't waiting forever, and then we'll talk. Alright, friends, so now we've got that ready to go. Okay, so let's see. So our expected income has changed because, remember, I have taken on some extra duties at work this year, so that has increased. So now our expected income is $34.64 for the first half of the month. Now let's see, nothing has really changed here except we added back our XM radio. So let's see, bill-wise, sewage, we're still budgeting for our regular 50. Same thing for gas. That'll change later as we get into winter. Let's see, rent, we're still budgeting for our normal $11.98. Our internet, we budget for $90. Let's see, Liberty is our car and renter's insurance, And we are budgeting for 200. Let's see, our electric, we're going to keep the 170, and I think what we're going to do, friends, is we'll still budget for that because we know eventually it's going to get back to around this amount once it gets colder, but excuse me, for these few months where it's starting to cool down, any extra we'll just put into our utility sinking fund. Netflix, we're budgeting for 13. Apple is $7, and that's just our storage for the extra storage that we pay for the iPad. XM Radio, we're actually only budgeting $4, which is why we added it back. It was a really good deal. So we were getting all the things that we were getting before for much cheaper. Let's see. My son's cello, because we are down to the last few payments on this. So hopefully we can take care of this before the year's over, and then we won't have that bill anymore. Let's see, and then we have 2 credit card bills, one for $67, one for $151, and then of course my professional dues, which are $36, which has gone up a couple dollars. All right, so that comes to, let's see, let's bring all of this down. So $2,085. And I'm going to double check that. Give me just a second, guys. Let's do that one more time. Yep, $2,085. So let me go ahead and put that total there. So $2,085 leaves $1,379 for our envelopes and other expenses. So let's see, let's bring that over. Now our gas is cashless, and then I told you we're going to drop that down a little bit from the 150 that we've been doing, so we're going to drop it to 120 and see how that does this month. Groceries, we're putting at $450. Self-care is going to stay at $120. Pets is now Pets is going to be at $70 because we got to make sure we can get litter and all those things too for the cat. Home is going to get $50. Fun and entertainment is going to get $20. And then miscellaneous, I'm going to put $10. So speaking of fun, guys, have you seen the new Beetlejuice? We have not gone to see it yet, but we are going to go here in these next couple days. We're excited about that one. We love Beetlejuice. All right, and so our envelopes come to a total of $840, leaving $539 for savings now. Now, for our subscriptions, I'm pretty sure this payment we either hit or surpassed the goal for what we were saving for this year. So all of our annual memberships and things, our Disney Plus, our Amazon Prime, all of those things are due in November. And so this last $60 will be what we need in order to make that payment. All right, so 60, and let's see. Making sure, I don't know where I wrote that. Oh, there it is. And 20 for tags. I was like, where did I put that? And then 100 for a car, because we own the car that we have, but we knew when we got that car, it had a lot of miles and things on it. It was older, and yeah, so we just want to go ahead and start putting some money back because eventually we're going to need it. All right, let's see. Let's total that first. So this is 180. So that's going to leave $359 after these things. And the $359 is going to go to savings. And I'm just going to put the $359 there because I'm not sure which challenges we're going to put them in. Let's see. So that means $359 here, which leaves us with 0 left over, which is what we like to see. So, friends, that is it. And that accounts for all of our money. All right. So, I'm going to set that to the side. And then the only thing I have left to do, friends, I'm going to go ahead and add to my wallet. Now, where it's a holiday week, like we're on fall break, which started on Friday, guys. And what a crazy Friday it was. So, with Hurricane Helene, every county around us canceled school for Friday. Why our superintendent did not cancel school, I do not understand, because we have a lot of teachers that commute into where I am. I used to be one of those teachers up until we moved here. It's been at least 10 years now. So, but yeah, and that is the worst. Getting stuck and trying to get out of here because so many people commute into where we live. So yeah, so I feel for those teachers that were making their ways home. We had a lot of flooding, like I said here, and just trees and trees down. So all you could hear was emergency vehicles. And even more crazy, we were at school probably an hour on Friday, and our power went out and stayed out for the remainder of the day, and we stayed at school the entire day. So, sitting in the dark, friends. It was a bunch of very hot and unhappy children for our last day before the break. And I can't blame them because I felt the same. So, alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and add to my wallet. So, let's see. We have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 50, 70, 90. Let's see, 6, 10, 30, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, let's go ahead and stuff this cash. And that will be it. However, let's see. I am glad that everybody made it home and safely, because we didn't have any issues with transportation. We just didn't have any electricity. We do have, the backup generator, but not every area in the building was powered. So my room was one of those that didn't have the emergency power. We were literally sitting in the dark with the one window that I had open, and that was it. So a lot of kids checked out and went home, which I don't blame them. If I could have gone home, I would have. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to work backwards. And we'll start with miscellaneous, which is getting 10. And home is going to get 50. Alright. Let's see. Pet care, I believe I said 70 for pets, which it is odd having a cat, friends, but she's actually really pretty. I'll have to take a picture. And my daughter is falling in love, and I'm like, this is not our cat. We are just helping. So, alright, let's see. Self-care is getting 120. It's another category where I feel like there's never enough, and everything's just so expensive. Alright. Let's see. And then finally, groceries is going to get what remains. So we have $386 here, and that's because I already went to the store yesterday and got a few things once we could get out and it wasn't raining as hard. All right, so that is it there. So my wallet, I hope you can see that. My wallet's full. Let's see, we have closed out the month of September, friends. We have also set up for the month of October. So I'll see you next time.